Hello and welcome to today's session on the Power BI support and a bit of live training. So the agenda is, as you can see on the screen, is to take you through how you can use the shared Power BI Pro account. Also how you connect to the Google Sheets, connect Google Sheets to Power BI. Let me rephrase. From inside Power BI, connect to Google Sheets, okay? Then also I'll be explaining to you the difference between the Power BI desktop and the Power BI service. You know, a lot of people do not seem to get that difference. So, and that's something that I think a lot of you will get value from today's conversation, it's going to be interactive. So on the right side, you're going to see the Q&A. So you can send in your questions, you know. Okay, so I'm retweaking the arrangement actually. So this will be my agenda one. The difference between Power BI desktop and Power BI service. So this is the Power BI desktop. You know, the Power BI desktop is an application that you install, and it runs on your Windows PC. It has the normal software experience, things unique to it. It doesn't run from a web browser. So it is what you traditionally will use to create the reports that you want to let your end users to consume. So it allows you to do the robust creation process. So what about the Power BI service? The Power BI service is more for collaboration and sharing. So that's the one where you go online to powerbi.com, and then when you go there, you click enter, it takes you over here, and then you sign in. So when you sign in, you know, it asks you for your login. So this, I'm going to merge this with the agenda of making use of the Power BI Pro account. That's those of you doing our training, we've given you access to a shared Power BI Pro account. So this is how you will use it. That shared Power BI Pro account is training@yourbizedge.com, and there's a password which is only those who are taking our training who will have this password. But you can also attempt to use Power BI with your own normal office email, something that is not Yahoo or Gmail or Hotmail, not a free email service, and you can get a 60 days trial. But for those who are taking our training, this is what we give them to be able to let them practice everything without any restriction to the aspect of the training they can replicate. Okay, so this is the Power BI service. It's the one where you go on the web address and you input. You can use it from Mac, you can use it from Windows, you can use it from any of your, you know, from Linux also. But for Power BI desktop, that one runs only on Windows and you have to install it. So maybe you go download the Power BI desktop from the Windows Store, or you go on powerbi.com and you specifically look for download and you download it. Okay, so I can see what some people are already doing. Someone has done UFO sighting. Thumbs up. So people are using the account to create and share reports. So that's the thing about the Power BI service. It allows you to say, I want to share report, I want to create a collaborative workspace, I want to, you know, all those amazing things which we'll probably get to later. So let's talk now about connecting Google Sheets to Power BI. So how do you connect your Google Sheets to Power BI so that as you enter data into Google Sheets, you can pull it into Power BI and use it for your dashboards, for your reports, for your analysis. So that is what I want to touch on right now. And I have for demo, this is a Google Sheet that someone updates regularly, and then I want it as it's been updated, I'm able to pull the records directly into Power BI. Okay, so how do I do that? So number one is we need to share this. We need to enable it in such a way. Yeah, so you click on this get shareable link in such a way that anyone, well, that's what it needs anyway, without somebody using a password, but we don't want anyone on the web. So this is the thing about this. If anyone gets a hold of the link, they can access the data. That's just the downside to it. So you might be careful that if this is something that is very confidential, you know, maybe you will not want to do this, except if you are sure nobody will ever stumble on the link. So that's why you should not pick this. Never pick this option, because this makes it discoverable on the internet. But this at least gives you some cushion of safety in terms of that. Okay, as long as I don't give someone the link, as long as nobody shares it with the wrong person or sends it to someone else, then great. If I only do this and I use it in my report and I make sure nobody was looking behind me, or you know, all those kinds of check, then you're good with this. But then again, something very confidential, you will probably not want to do that. But for this to work, we need to do this. So that makes it a kind of compromise. Do you want to do this to allow Power BI to connect to Excel, to Google Sheet, and pull this into Google Power BI directly? Or do you want to use something else to have this data move into something else that you can connect to? The choice is yours, but let me show you how to do the direct connection. So I pick anyone with a link, I do save, and then I copy this link. Now, this link, we can't use it as it is right now. We need to go and do some transformation, a little bit of tweak to make it come into Power BI the way we want. So I'm going to paste it somewhere in Excel, and you will notice that I've created the steps in a way that you can follow along with what I'm doing. We've done step number 1. Step number 2 is we take out the edit USP. We take that portion out, great. And then step number 3, instead of that, I add /export with that ends with ID. So these are things that, well, you have to add, and that's why I am making this in a bigger font size. So if you want to pause the video or take the screenshot and go note it somewhere that you can copy and apply anytime you want to do this. Then step number 4 is this unique ID, this really long where alphanumeric, no hexadecimal, right? Alphanumeric. I'm going to paste it after the ID equal to. So this is the link that we're going to take into Power BI to grab the Google Sheet. So I go here, I go to an empty Power BI. I'm going to say that I want to get data from web, and I paste, I say okay. And voila, this shows, and I'm able to pick these sheets. If there are more than one sheet in your Google Sheet, you'll see them listed. So I'm just going to say load. I'm not going to worry about transforming. So that does that. Let me just check if anyone has dropped a question. So any question needing our attention, let's just quickly go check there. So far, no questions yet, right? So I'm going to continue. So now it's brought in the data, and I can see over here all of the fields in that sheet. Okay, and then I go here to data, and I can see all of those entries. I'm just going to take out the blank. So this, voila, inside our Power BI now we have them. Okay, so this is how you bring in data into Power BI from Google Sheets. Let me just drop in a nice visual on map just to show the drag state there. I'll say take out all blank states, and voila, Nigeria is coming up. And then I want to see what's the average price of rent. And voila, so you can begin to interact with that data, and as people keep updating the data at the back end, I am able to see that reflect in the Power BI report I have done. And I can even decide to do a slicer and say that I want to see by different types of houses. So maybe a duplex, or let's even say by number of rooms in those houses, right? So let's say number of rooms. Okay, so I can decide that this should show as a list. If I'm interested in a 3-bedroom flat or house, and then I want to see where it's cheaper to go. So it looks like they are a lot cheap in Ondo State, you know, with the amount, the average is 300,000 naira. And in Lagos, let's see what is showing up. This is awesome. Let me just format the number in a way that will make it easy to read. Maybe even say it should show up with Naira, so that we will know we are talking about Naira and not Zimbabwe dollars or some other currencies. So I'm just going to pick Naira, and then let's check again. Voila. If you need a 3-bedroom house in Lagos, you might need to cough up to 3 million. So why this is high is there are some houses in VI and in Banana Island that have affected this average. So if we will do something like a median, that might be a better way of showing what is the typical rent price. So let's see if we can look for median. So pick median, and let's see what that comes to. Okay, so 2 million naira, you get a very good 3-bedroom, and again, like I said, location is factored in, right? So this is like in an average upscale location. Okay, and I'm going to move on to the next on the agenda. By the way, let's just, since we are here, let's make this thing show in different colors, so that way, you know, I'm able to say, oh, this Lagos is the blue color, and this is the orange color, and that is the, you know, and Ekiti is the green color. Can be really nice, huh? So I move on to the next item on the agenda. So, and a lot of you have been asking, how do you access the practice files? So for the trainings that we do, that you already partake in, a lot of you, so just to show you a bit of marketing pitch. So this is me, and unfortunately, because I want the video to be clear, I'm not turning on the webcam, but this is what I look like, and my name and some things about me. So that is shown, and you can always go here through the Udemy and access all of these. I just want to show you on the, all right, so the questions people have been asking and how they can access the training practice files. So that's one question people have been asking a lot. Oh, the training practice files, I want to be able to access it. So this is how you access the training practice files. If you are registered to our course on Udemy, you will always see the resource section on the right. So let me just quickly show you that. I'm going to demo with this one. So I'm going to say preview as a student so that you get to see how it will look like on your own hand. So as usual, you'll see the main video occupying the larger portion of the screen. And then you'll see on the right, resources. So these resources is where you click to download the training video, not video, training files, practice files that you need to complete what I'm doing, to replicate what I've done. And some of you are like, oh, it's not clear, or how do you control the settings where you can control the resolution of the video as you go along with it. And then if you think I'm talking too slow or too fast, you can also control the speed of the playback. So you can do that also here. And for those of you using our premium platform, you are able to do a lot more than it's possible on the Udemy. So on our premium platform, which is at class.yourbizedge.com, right? If you just go to class.yourbizedge.com, you are able to, you see the experience a lot neater, cleaner, you get more focused experience. And then when you are in a lecture, so let me just pick the same lecture as I used to demo there. You'll see the practice files, you can click and download. Then you see the video also, right? And then the video also here you can download. So that's the advantage that you get from using a premium platform. The video is downloadable, and the quality settings you can have as high as the full HD. Whereas on the Udemy one, Udemy doesn't let you do more than 720. On ours, on the premium platform, you can do as high as 1080 pixel. So that's the full HD. And you can download the video also, so you can watch it at your convenience. And also you can control the speed of play, the speed. You can do a lot of interesting things also here. And you can directly message me. Okay, so that's another benefit you get from signing up to our premium platform. And as for what about questions people have asked and complaints they've made, so let's go check. People have said a lot of nice things. So these are the reviews. I think this is Spanish. I don't know how to read Spanish, but it looks well because it looks like 5-star and it's put a lot of, you know, plus, green, good rating on everything. He said I had little experience using Power BI, but now I have gotten kudos to the tutor. So a lot of feedbacks. You know, people are enjoying this training. They are getting value for their money. They are very happy. But what I did is, let's also look at what can I improve. Is there anything people are complaining about? So what did I do? I went to ratings. I picked 1-star, 2-star, and then I tried to check what is it people are complaining about. Okay, I thought that as, why is this still showing the 5 stars? Huh? Let me just do that again. I want to see what the 1-star people are saying. Okay, maybe they are no longer 1-stars anymore. Oh, okay. I think I get why that was happening. So let's just do that again. 1-star, 2 stars. What were their complaints? On average, I would say interaction should be made, enabled to ask some questions. And that is why we are doing this. So he wants more interaction, Edward. And so that's why we're having these office hours, so that you can have that live interaction that you want. You can ask a question and I can answer. So yes, that is taken care of. The specialist says, I will always say you should use the transform and get data. So he just wants us to use a particular method throughout. Well, that is not the right way in teaching people. Tell them all the different options and let them know what, there's usually more than one way to do the same thing. The course has been explained. Well, this person said good, so make a good comment and left a bad rating. I guess that's a mistake. So let's see. Instructor's voice is not very clear. So that's one thing we have fixed already. So over the last 2 days, I have been reproducing the video. So I noticed that in the production, I had done a setting that muffled the voice. So that's why my voice was not coming clear. So I have fixed that. And like that. So this is the only negative so far. And the person who said he needs more interaction. So you see, this is a great course, and I'm always working to improve it, improve the value for everybody. And what about what is new in Power BI? So let's go check, other questions regarding what's new. So this is it. In Power BI, you will be getting monthly updates. So this is what I advise. Make sure that you install your Power BI from the store, from the Microsoft Store. So if you go to Microsoft Store and you search for Power BI, Power BI desktop. Now, make sure that you install the desktop. If you want the Power BI app itself, great. This is more like for consuming, but for building, it's the desktop that you want to install. And so the advantage of installing it here versus downloading it online or copying the installation file from someone else is this one comes with automatic updates. So you get automatic, not just update, monthly updates. So that way you are always running the latest version of Power BI. So that's the advantage, and that's why I recommend that you do the installation from here. So in case you have already done your installation and it wasn't this one, and then I'll recommend you redo it and make sure you go through that route. So that way you keep getting the monthly update. And there have been a lot of very nice updates that have come up in the last few, 4 months or even this year. Massive, they've redesigned the appearance. We now have a dedicated insert menu. And so this way you can always insert text box, buttons, shapes, images. And then they've added the composition tree, the key influencers also to be there permanently. And also, as regards the options you get on the different visuals, you now have a way that when you get to go to format, you can be able to set things in a much more interesting way. So if you want your things to be dynamic. So for instance, let me show you what I am saying. If I want to set a color that will be based on formula, can you see this FX? So these are things that some of them have been there actually. This has been there in some form, but they've elaborated and made it easy to use. So I can come here and use a formula to set like conditional formatting, but now this is bigger than conditional formatting works on cells in Excel, but this now use it on the visuals, on the charts, right? So you can conditionally format the color based on whatsoever formulas that you put in there. Maybe if something happens on the positive side or on the negative side, the color the chart should show. And also, if you go to File and you go to Settings and you go to Options, you get now some additional options that have been enabled due to the additions they keep making, especially if you go to the preview features. So you'll see that a lot more things have been added, to it that you want to be aware of, and generally best to install from the store so that you always keep getting those updates. All right, so let me go check if people have asked any question before I shift to Power BI service and we'll round it up there. So I'm checking any questions. Okay, so no questions. I'm going to continue. If you have any questions, just drop it and I'll be able to pick the question up and attend to it. So the Power BI service is a collaboration area. So you are able to pick any reports and you are able to, so let's see how you can share a report. Let's look for one. Let's just go with this one. So this is the Power BI service and experience environment. You will always see all these menu on the left, and then on this right. So these are the menus that this is the major menu where you are able to see all the different sections in the Power BI. And this is more like a menu that is just for the view you are in. So in this case, this menu is for the report section I am in. If I'm in dashboard, it will adjust to show for dashboard. And then there is another global settings menu that you can access from here. So you can sign out, log in, you can check notifications, you can see the settings J icon, you can download things that maybe like the gateway and some other things that you need, and those are always there. Okay, so if I want to share a report, all I do is I say I want to share the reports. And to share reports, you need a Power BI Pro account. So that is why if you have registered to our course and you don't have a Power BI Pro account and you don't want to pay $10 per month, you can use that shared one. So I can write the names of people I want to share the report with, and I do the share and they will get them. So this is how I can control also, you know, what the people I'm sharing with can do with the report. Can they share it to someone else? Can they build other things with my reports? Will they get an email notification? So these are things that it's left for you. If you don't want your users to be able to share, you can knock them out of doing that by disabling this. And if you don't want them to build other reports and dashboards with your report and data sets, you can disable this. And that's it for the share report. And then also there's the dashboard side. So where, you know, on the dashboard, you can also decide to share and do. So let's go look for this same report dashboard. So this is the dashboard for this report. So dashboard, you're able to ask questions, you have sharing settings also, and then you can make comments, you can automate it that every day this should send out to some people, and then you attach their, so it will send out to them at some date, whatever hour of the day you chose, or if you want it to send out on some specific days of the week, then you can say you should send out only on Mondays to Fridays, and then you can set it up to automatically email people every 8 a.m. and say this is the report for the day. And this can be useful for those who work in a company where people are still used to getting daily reports instead of them having to go and log into a tool before they can see the daily report. And this that I'm saying also applies to the report. So while we were in report, even though I didn't mention that, that option is also there. So you can do this also in reports, and so that we can have a lot to talk about the next session. I'm going to end it here just to check if there are any questions right now, and if no question, that's where we wrap up the meeting. So okay, no questions, and